Welcome back. Well, you're still talking some football. Week 10 has come and passed already. And for Maryland, that meant, the season came to an end for a lot of our teams. And it was exactly that case actually down in Princess Anne for Washington as they were taking on Parkside last night. A good start for the home team here as Julius White drops back to pass. He finds his big tight end Tyler Paulson coming across the middle. That's good for the touchdown as they took the early lead. But the Rams would pretty much take over from there. Trajan Branch is going to bust loose up the left sideline. 38 yards later, he'll be in for the score. He is over 1,000 yards on the season. Wow. The Jags looking to respond, but the ball comes out, and Felix Parados is there to pick it up, and he's going to run the other way with a pile all the way down to the red zone, and that would lead to this short touchdown run off the left edge by Dejor Church as the Rams went on to take it in convincing fashion from there, 46-6 the final.
And Del Mar was taking on Milford last night. The Wildcats were playing some solid defense early on. Brooks Parker deflects the pass up in the air. Logan Thomas comes up with the interception. Del Mar, though, would be forced to punt shortly after that, and the Bucks were ready. Son Martinez picks it up, and check this out. He is going to break a couple of tackles, and he reverses the field as he brings it all the way back past midfield, and this one would be finished out by David Bowman. He would finish off the drive with a touchdown for Milford as the Bucks get the big comeback win 20-19.
Milford impressive. Well, as for our other teams, Decatur tops Snow Hill 52-13, while North Carolina defeats Colonel Richardson 59-20. Seaford falls to Red Lion 47-24. Cesar Rodney over Poly Tech 43-16. Smyrna big over Cape 60-19. Woodbridge downs to Laurel 44-6. And finally, Kent County, how about this final? A shootout with Falston 49-47. Defense need not apply over there, but tell you what, still another wild week. Even this far into the season when you thought you had a good grasp on some things, it shuffled it up, and it definitely has changed up my power rankings.
Every single week, I swear it's something different, and it completely throws us off. But that's why we have our high school football expert, Trayvon Miles, is standing by with his power rankings. Trey?
Thank you so much, Angela. I don't know what to say. Another crazy, unpredictable week in high school football. Disclaimer, there is a team in these rankings that you have not seen this year. Last week of the regular season in Maryland, North Carolina, from week number 4 until now, my number 1 team, flat out Freddie, head and shoulders above everyone else. Ken Island's at number 2. Their only loss of the year is at the hands of the Bulldogs. Cambridge leaps Queen Anne's for number 3, 105 points over the last 2 weeks. That O is rolling right now. And Kent County at 5. They are matched up with the Vikings in round 1 of the playoffs next week. And over in Delaware, Will Knight tops our list. Excuse me, I meant Smyrna. The Knights, the Eagles are tops in Delaware. Lake with a tough win over Indian River. They jumped Sussex Tech, who got embarrassed at home, albeit to a great Salesianum team. But Tech could have turned some heads with that win. Really dropped that one bad. Number 4, Sussex Central, still with a shot at that D2 playoffs. They need a little help and a win next weekend. And number 5, for the first time this year, Woodbridge, the baby blue Raiders, with nearly 20 freshmen on their roster, are 6-3 right now. They get in over Milford, who they just beat last week. Guys?
Not a bad list. I mean, he's definitely not where he should be. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Trey needs to work on his list a little bit, but we'll go ahead and iron out a couple details. Over in Maryland, I got Bennett sneaking in at 5. He had all 5 North teams. I feel like Bennett kind of deserves to be there right now. Cambridge at 4, Queen Anne's at 3, and Kent Island at 2 after obviously a big win for them. North Carolina's going to be at number 1 until someone says different at this point. Over there in Delaware, Milford's back in my list again after falling out last week. They're at 5. Woodbridge I got at 4, Sussex Tech at 3. They get leapfrogged by Lake Forest after their win. And Smyrna, same thing basically. They're going to be there until somebody can knock them off.
And I don't see that happening. Well, I'm going to start in Maryland. Coming in at number 5, I'm sticking with the North teams. Kent County coming in at number 4. Cambridge, they're falling a little bit lower on my list this week, but that's just because Queen Anne's, who's coming in at number 3, has been playing some great football. Unlucky last night, but kudos to the Buccaneers, and that's why they are coming in at number 2 for me this week. And absolutely no surprise, North Carolina coming in at number 1. Shocker, again. Delaware, I have number 5, I've got Sussex Central, still believe in those guys, but number 4, Dover. Big win last night over the Golden Knights, and I think that's why I'm letting them sneak in there. Lake Forest is going to stick at number 3. I'm sticking with Sussex Tech at number 2. Even though they got that loss last night, I still believe in them. And coming in at number 1, of course, the theme of the night, Will Knight and Smyrna.
Smyrna they might make a run at the state title, even in D1 up there. I know. They can give Salesianum some of those teams a run for their course. Right. And speaking of some teams up in Delaware, at least today anyway, there was a huge college football game that we got to get to. SU made the trip up north, up to Dover, obviously, to take on the 3rd-ranked Wesley team in the Route 13 rivalry game. And the Wolverines came in ranked 3rd in the country, undefeated, but none of that mattered because this was a rivalry game and SU came to impress. The Seagulls strike first here after Jerome Johnson gets it on the option pitch off the right side, cuts it upfield from 21 yards out in for the score. Wesley, though, comes right back. Joe Callahan, looking like Joe Callahan, steps up in the pocket, sheds a couple tacklers, and finds Bryce Shade downfield. He puts on the moves, and he'll get to the end zone from 55 yards out, tied at 7 after 1. SU's turn now. Ryan Jones drops back to pass. He finds Isaiah Taylor. That's good for a 10-yard score. The Wolverines, though, come right back and forth game. Jamar Baynard gets a handoff, and this guy is all kinds of fast. He is gone 55 yards, an explosive play right there. We're tied at 21s at half. After another Callahan touchdown, the goals tie this thing up again. Brady Curley, a 4-yard score, tied at 35 after 3. 6 minutes left in the game now, and the 36-yard field goal by Alex Pataco right there for SU out in front. Last chance for the Wolverines now. Callahan trying to make something happen. He's going to get hit and throws this up as a prayer, but it's going to fall down incomplete on 4th down. And can you believe it? How about them goals? SU pulls off the huge upset, top in Wesley for the first time in 10 years. Go crazy over there. 38-35 the final. And what a wild atmosphere and what a wild game that was.
It really was. Well, we need to take another commercial break because Trey needs some time to celebrate. But when we return, we'll see if the Bennett boys soccer team could keep their season alive. We'll have highlights coming up in 90 seconds.
Jose Ortiz, offensive line, defensive line, Milford High School. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.